Marjorie Taylor Greene rose to national fame in 2020 as one of Donald Trump's most vocal defenders and most controversial allies. She built her political identity on hardline America First positions, combative rhetoric, and unwavering loyalty to the president. For years, the two were tightly aligned, politically and personally, which is why her sudden announcement that she will leave Congress before her term ends stunned both Republicans and Democrats.
I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future.
Her decision caps a dramatic public split with Trump that has grown wider throughout the past year. Here's how one of Trump's loudest supporters became one of his sharpest critics, and why she says she's walking away. The turning point came when Greene began demanding the release of all federal documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, the wealthy sex offender with long-standing political ties across parties. She pushed Republican leaders, including Trump, to back the release.
I want to speak goodness and love and hope into the women standing behind me and all of the other survivors whose names you don't even know, but stand with these women. They are survivors, and they are strong, and they are courageous, and they are daughters of God. They are not victims. These women have fought the most horrific fight that no woman should have to fight, and they did it by banding together and never giving up. And that's what we did by fighting so hard against the most powerful people in the world, even the President of the United States, in order to make this vote happen today.
She helped force a House vote, and the measure ultimately passed with near unanimous support. But before Trump reversed himself and approved the idea, he lashed out. He publicly mocked her as Marjorie Taylor Greene and suggested she had changed politically. For Greene, that attack crossed a line. She said fighting for women who were abused should not result in me being called a traitor by the president she once defended.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition. Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me.
In announcing her early departure, Greene said she didn't want Northwest Georgia, one of the most pro-Trump districts in America, to suffer through an ugly primary battle. She also predicted Republicans were likely to lose the midterms and suggested she did not want her own political battles to distract from that fight.
That's information that needs to come out. And will the list of names that these women privately hold, and they hold it because of their fear in their heart of what would happen to them if they release it on their own, will that list of names come out? That's the real test. So I want to thank Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna for your bravery in doing something that is much needed in America, crossing the political aisle that has become bigger than the Grand Canyon in America. But these men crossed that aisle on behalf of these women. And that is more of what is needed today in America than ever in our history.
While the Epstein fight sparked the public explosion, the rift had been building for months. Greene increasingly criticized Trump from the right. She called the war in Gaza a genocide, while Trump supported Israeli operations. She blasted Trump's strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. She pushed to extend expiring healthcare subsidies, citing the burden on working families in her district. She took these positions not just on right-wing media, but on mainstream platforms like The View. Greene wasn't just disagreeing with Trump behind closed doors, she was doing it loudly and nationally. Greene also began softening her public tone. She disavowed some of her earlier inflammatory statements, appeared less combative in interviews, and focused more on kitchen table issues like health costs and housing. Some Republicans called it a political evolution, others a strategy for higher office. Still, Greene insisted, "Nothing has changed about me." Even Trump asked publicly, "What happened to Marjorie?"
Earlier today, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a big ally of yours, said that she would rather see you focused on nonstop domestic policy meetings here at the White House instead of nonstop foreign policy meetings. What's your response to her saying that, and also saying that grocery prices are up and not down, as you've said?
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think. But I have to view the presidency as a worldwide situation, not locally. I mean, we could have a world that's on fire where wars come to our shores.
In Greene's district, some supporters say she still reflects their priorities. Others are shocked and waiting to see how the fallout unfolds. Georgia political figures say Greene has always been unpredictable, and her resignation fits that pattern. Marjorie Taylor Greene's departure from Congress marks the end of one of the most dramatic political partnerships of the Trump era. What began as total loyalty gradually turned into open conflict, driven by policy disagreements, a fight over the Epstein files, and escalating personal attacks.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.